Welcome back. Israeli and Hamas officials are holding indirect talks in Egypt today, discussing the U.S. proposed peace plan. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a deal could be announced this week. Meanwhile, protests broke out over the weekend here in the U.S. This one is in Dallas, Texas, where people gathered to demand an end to what they call the ongoing genocide in Gaza. This all comes just one day before the commemoration of 2 years since the attack that sparked the war. CBS News foreign correspondent Debora Patta reports from Israel.
Behind me, one of the many homes set on fire during the Hamas terror attack on October 7. Here at Nir Oz, 60 people were killed, 76 taken hostage, 9 are still in captivity, only 4 believed to be alive. Now, like most Israelis, this community, as well as Palestinians, just a few miles away from here in Gaza, are watching those talks to end the war very closely. It is nearly 2 years to the day that Irit Lahav hid with her daughter in a safe room in her home here at Nir Oz for nearly 12 hours. Outside, she heard the terrifying sounds of armed Hamas militants repeatedly trying to break down the door, eventually giving up. Lahav told us she does not want revenge, but she does want closure and cannot begin to heal until all the hostages are home. President Trump is placing huge pressure on both Israel and Hamas to end the war and seal a deal. Logistics around the hostage-prisoner swap are being thrashed out in Egypt, and that might just be the easiest part. There are many sticking points that could upend the deal. Hamas has made no mention of disarmament, a key Israeli demand, and many Israelis believe the danger lies within Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's ruling coalition, where his right-wing allies have threatened to collapse his government if Hamas is not destroyed. The terms of the U.S. deal take the right-wing dream of annexing Gaza off the table. Lahav says she does not trust her government to do the right thing and bring their loved ones back, but hopes that outside pressure will force him to stick to a deal and not break it. And over the weekend, Netanyahu said he hopes the hostages will be released in the coming days. Debora Patta, CBS News, Nir Oz, Israel.
Thank you, Deborah. And joining us now is Andrew Boyd. He's the former chief of operations for the CIA's Counterterrorism Mission Center. Andrew, thank you for your time today. Israel and Hamas are at the negotiating table today. So how do you actually see this all playing out?
Well, I think your last segment speaks to the importance of outside pressure. The Qataris and the Egyptians are going to be the mediators, and obviously the outsized influence of the Trump administration. Were it not for the pressure of the outside parties, I really don't think you could have gotten both the Netanyahu government and the Hamas spokesperson, the negotiators, to the table because the differences were too wide. It is true that Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu, has enormous pressures from the right wing of his government, but he also has enormous pressures economically. If he loses the Arab world, which he desperately wants to have economic relationships with, but even more importantly, if he continues to upset the Trump administration, he'll be cast alone. And similarly, Hamas has had its leadership decimated. Obviously, Gaza has been destroyed over the past 2 years of conflict. They are getting pressured also by the Arab leaders to come to the table. So I believe that this is the best hope for Israel to get its hostages back, and also for the non-Hamas members, the citizens of Gaza, to have a peace solution.
But do you think that Hamas will actually agree to disarm? And if so, what then is the future of Gaza's government without Hamas?
So it depends on how ultimately the negotiators and both the Israelis and Hamas define disarmament. There's been some exit ramps for Hamas. The Israelis are willing to offer amnesty to Hamas members who lay down their arms and agree not to take up arms against the Israelis. For Hamas members who do not agree to that, they're going to give them, or it's in the current draft agreement, that they will give them the safe passage. I don't know exactly where that safe passage would be to, but presumably to Egypt. And then Hamas has indicated that at least has to have defensive weapons, that it is part of the broader security of Gaza, and how they define what defensive weapons are is going to be key. I think ultimately the Israelis will make a nod to that if it's light weapons, assault rifles, something like that. But it's really at the end of the day, how do you define disarmament?
Yeah. All right. Andrew Boyd, thank you so much for your insights. We appreciate your time today.